Hey guys, Doward out here in the workshop. I got the FXDX back here behind me, and let me show you, we got a little issue with this. Notice the choke cable here is already down. It was zip tied in place, and I can show you here if I can get this out. See how the adjuster knob is broken. See, we've got a brand new 2922988D carburetor enricher cable. It's technically not a choke, but we all refer to it as a choke. So first thing we got to do to get this out of here is go back around the other side and take the air cleaner off. Once we get the cleaner here off, we get the carburetor out, we'll be able to go ahead and remove that choke, and I'll show you guys how to do that. First thing we'll do is go ahead and remove the air cleaner out of the way. Just remove this one center bolt. Set our cover off to the side. 3 bolts here. And as you can see, this air cleaner is absolutely filthy, so expect to see another video of this getting cleaned. At this point, we can go ahead and remove this vent hose here. We can undo our hold downs for the carburetor. I don't need to worry about taking that front plate off. If I did, I got these couple of bolts here. Is there another bolt there? No. But I just want to remove the entire carburetor as one assembly because I'm just trying to get to that choke cable. So take both these hold downs out. Just need a 3/4 wrench. Start removing them. See, these breather bolts are absolutely filthy. We'll be cleaning them while we're at it. Alright, at this point, make sure you don't lose any of your banjo bolt washers there. Carburetor just pulls right forward. Go ahead and wiggle this out the way. Got our other banjo bolts. Those are all going to get cleaned. Oh my god, this is filthy. See this right here? This is our fuel line. This is the choke cable that we're actually concerned with. So we'll just feed that straight through here. Just kind of hold the banjos out the side. God, this is filthy. And now we can start working on removing this guy. Here's our choke cable right here. So this is what we want to take off. So I'm going to get a wrench for that. And I'll start loosening that right on up. There we go. Shouldn't be super tight in there. You just got to start unscrewing it. What I'm doing here is I lift up on here, I let it turn the screw, and I'm holding the screw with my finger, bringing the cable back down. Basically unscrewing this one flat at a time. Alright. There's the end of the enrichener cable. We're going to clean this all up. And then to remove this guy off here, you're going to take the, this boot is partially split. You can pull the spring back, pull the ball out. There you go. Yeah, we're definitely going to clean all that down. That's a mess. At that point, you just take and kind of twist your cable out of the boot. There you go. Once it's loose, it'll start to come out. Boom. And you can see here, choke cable's broken. No bueno. Throw that away. Let's go clean these damn parts. Alright, so here's the new cable. Nice and, unbroken. So what we're going to do here is I want to go ahead and get it up here on the boot. Like so. And then we will squeeze the spring back. Get the ball back to the little holder, and we're ready to put this guy back on. And as you can see, this does move separate. That's why we're able to screw the whole thing in and out. But you can see that. Leave this all the way down. Alright, let's get this back on the carb. And then we'll tighten down the only clean thing on this carburetor, evidently. Alright, so I started this in there the same way that I took it out. Where I just hold it down here, start it, hold this, bring this up, twist the whole thing together. It's much easier that way when you have it work with you. Once you get it all the way in by hand, take you a wrench, 14 mil, 9/16, whatever you got there, and then you just want to snug it up by hand. Don't go crazy with it. It's all plastic. All right. Once you get that in there nice and tight, we're gonna turn around and feed this back through. Get our carburetor back onto the intake manifold. In my case, the intake rubber O-ring came off on the carburetor, so I'll put it back on the manifold and then push the carburetor back into place. Make sure it's all the way up on there. Good. Alright. Filthy job. I'm going to clean those banjo bolts up next, and then we'll go ahead and put those washers and all back in. Alright, now we can take our much cleaner bolts. And if you notice, there's a total of 6 washers. If you look carefully, you'll notice you need a sealing washer back here, and then in here. So what I'm going to do is I want to wipe these surfaces clean. Both front and rear. So that I can achieve a good seal. Because as you can see, it's bloody filthy in there. Now as you go to put these in, notice you've got 2 different inner size diameters on these. These ones that only go over the threads are meant to go all the way in the back, so make sure you put them in the right spot. Once you get all the washers lined up and in, you can start tightening down one of the bolts. And we're going to turn around, we're going to do the other side. Again, 2 washers that go all the way over, 3rd washer does not. That's the order they have to go into. Now while you're tightening down, if things get tight, that means something's binding. So loosen it back up a little bit, move everything around, make sure everything's up where it's supposed to be. Now I like to make sure I tighten everything down evenly, so before I tighten one side down, I'll get the other side done. So I got a little tight there, which tells me I need to be able to move this a little. See, I kind of keep shaking as I come up, just to make sure that... See, at no point has any of this ever gotten really tight on me. Anytime it did, I loosened it up, brought it back down. Now, I don't know what the actual torque is on these, but this is an aluminum, so I'm not going to go crazy with it. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is clean this down, because there's no way in hell I can possibly put this back on there with it that dirty. I'll drive myself crazy. Alright, we got fresh oil on our K&N. Let's get this guy bolted back in. Now we'll put our Screaming Eagle cover back on. That doesn't have to be tightened down immensely. Now we're ready to go around to the other side and actually put the choke cable in place. Here's our choke cable. Yeah, tightening this guy up is always a chore, and that's where a stubby 17 really comes in handy. And you go at it in little bits. You have to turn the wrench back and forth as you go, little half flats at a time. All right, once you got it tightened, you adjust tension on this from this front tensioner right here. So let's fire it up, see what happens. All right, now we've got everything done. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel back on. I put it on reserve because this thing doesn't have much gas in it. Pull the choke all the way out. Clutch in, key on.